Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about everything to do with hair. I've been asked quite a few questions about what I do with my hair, tips, tricks, whether there's a specific thing I need to do, etc. So I thought I'd film this video for you guys and let you guys in on a few things that I do or I remember that I do that does help my hair grow. Do let me know if you have any ideas for other future videos and I'll be sure to deliver them to you. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So this is my hair. This is actually my hair after taking out of a braid. This is not its natural state. Although I haven't worn my hair out naturally in a very long time because I can't bother to deal with it. It's like a lot of hassle and we're all indoors right now, so I don't really feel a need to do all of that extra maintaining the curl, wave, whatever you want to call it. I'll insert some pictures if you guys haven't seen what my hair looks like naturally. I'm actually going to try and measure it with a tape just so I can get a reference because I never actually know how long my hair is. When people ask me, I just kind of say to my hips. I don't know how to actually do this. I'm just going to start here, I guess. Think about here. It is 24 inches long. My hair is 24 inches long from here. That's quite a rough estimate measurement because it's a stiff measuring tape, but I think it's around that much. So yeah, let's get into the tips. The first tip is, of course, a major one that you need to consider before considering any others because this one plays the biggest factor, and that is genetics. My mum, my sister, my dad all shave their hair off, so I'm the only one with long hair in the family, but also my cousins, my aunts, uncles, all of that, they all have hair, like their hair grows pretty quickly, so I think that it's within my genetics that our hair just grows nice and thick. But of course that doesn't mean that your hair can't grow if that's not within your genetics. There's of course things you can do to promote it and help it grow, which I'm going to mention a few tips that I have which helps me grow out my hair and that you can try out too. A tip that is quite controversial and may seem counterintuitive is getting regular trims on the ends of your hair, not a big chop. You don't really need to do that unless your hair is really damaged, which mine isn't, thankfully. But yeah, getting regular trims on the ends so that the split ends don't fray up any higher, because that's when your hair really becomes fragile. When the split ends stop becoming split ends and start becoming split hairs because they've all separated up and up and up your hair. So that's when it splits from the root almost, and that's when your hair becomes really fragile and damaged. So getting regular trims prevents that from happening because you cut it before that even begins, and that's what I do. I got trimmed around 4 months ago before I went on holiday, so my hair's actually going pretty quickly, and I think that genuinely does help my hair stay strong, thick, and also grow. And also it's very important that you go to the right type of hairdressers. In London there are a few curly hairdressers out there, but there's definitely more coming to light. But knowing a hairdresser that has the qualifications to handle your hair and knows how to handle your hair is essential. When I was younger, I used to go to a lot of hairdressers that didn't really know what they were doing, and they would just damage my hair. They'd just give it like a lime cut, and that was that, and it just didn't help my hair just flourish and do its own thing. So it's very important for you to do research. I'll link a few hairdressers in London or around the world that I follow that specialize in certain hair types, so that you guys can look out there and stop going to these hairdressers that don't know what they're doing. The next tip is an obvious tip. I don't use heat on my hair often. I try to limit the amount of heat I use because with my job sometimes they want straight hair, which means that I'll need my hair straightened. So I try to use my allowance of heat styles in my job instead of doing it at home. But sometimes of course I get bored, I start straightening my hair. But with that hairstyle I usually have in for around a week or a week and a bit, so that it actually is worth the while when I don't just wash it out after 3 days, because that's when my hair really gets damaged. when I overheat, I overuse, and I just do some madness to my hair. Of course, sometimes I do blow dry my hair when it's wet and I just want to get out super quick, and thankfully my hairdryer has a cool setting already, but then you can also press this button here which gives it an extra cool setting so that there's no heat on your hair, and you can also blow dry at the same time, which is perfect. Always remember heat protectant. That is key. It just creates a barrier between the hair and the tool and just stops your hair from breaking. So I cannot emphasize how important using heat protectants is. If you guys watched my last hair routine, you would notice that I use some very specific shampoos. I like to use shampoos that don't have sulfates, parabens, all of that harsh stuff, mostly ones that just detox and actually cleanse the scalp, not really for the smell or anything like that. I just want to remove buildup of product instead of stripping my hair from its natural oils. So ones that I enjoy using, as previously mentioned, include the Philip B. Also, one that I'm using now is this Christoph Robin detangling gel with sea minerals shampoo. It's like a detox shampoo that doesn't foam up, and usually the shampoos that I use don't really foam up, which is a good sign because they don't have that chemical, I forgot what it's called, but it's the agent that causes the foaming that isn't really necessary. But it's just more of a satisfying thing when shampoos foam up. You really feel like it's cleaning your scalp, but truly you don't need that, and this one doesn't do that. It just does the job, hydrates. It just cleans my scalp. I do get a dry scalp sometimes, but this shampoo does help with that, and it doesn't irritate my scalp anymore. So I would definitely recommend this shampoo for right now, which I'm using. So yeah, don't shampoo unless you have to, and when you shampoo, don't use any shampoos that will damage your hair and strip it even more. Try to look for no sulfates, no parabens, or any harsh chemicals in your shampoo. But this isn't saying that you won't find a good shampoo that is affordable. Palmer's actually do a really good shampoo that I used to use. It smells really nice and it has no harsh chemicals, so I would definitely recommend that too. But yeah, just do your research into the ingredients and products that you're using on your hair, because that might be where the problem is starting. This tip is actually a tip that I've adopted recently myself, and it is rinsing your hair or just washing your hair in general with cold water. There are many benefits to doing this to your hair. If you think about it, it's like skin. When you wash your skin with warm water, they say to always rinse it with cold water because it closes your pores up. And with your hair also has pores. So when you rinse it off with cold water, it just seals your hair, which reduces the chances of damage to any products that you're going to apply onto your hair, or heat, or just any other kind of damage you can think of. So it kind of acts as a protective barrier on your hair. And also I noticed when I use cold water on my hair that it just adds to the shine. The next tip has its skin and hair benefits, and it is my favorite thing to do at the moment, and it is sleep with a silk pillowcase or silk bed sheets. My pillowcase is currently in the wash, but the one I use is from Slip. Their pillowcases are so gentle, they're so satisfying to sleep on. For example, with cotton pillowcases on your skin, you can sweat a lot and just have a lot of dirt on your skin that goes onto your pillowcase, and the cotton absorbs that dirt, so the next time you sleep in your pillowcase, then that dirt just goes back onto your face. And for your hair, cotton can cause a lot of friction on your hair, so when you're turning and sleeping recklessly, your hair can just go against itself, you know, and just rub against itself, and that's when it causes frizz and also breaks any bonds in your hair. So it just prevents a lot of damage overall and just makes your hair look neater when you wake up, so it's less hassle. The final tip I have is one that really depends on how you feel about it. I feel fine with this tip, and it is to wash my hair once a week. Of course, if you feel like you've used a lot of product during the week or gelled your hair down, I don't know, just sweated a lot at the gym, then you should definitely wash your hair more than once a week, so it prevents any buildup of dirt in your scalp and just, you know, gets onto your skin, and that's when it just gets nasty. I personally wash my hair once a week because I feel like that's enough. As I mentioned, if I do any exercise or I'm really sweaty and it's a hot day, I will wash it more, but I try to stick to the once a week so my hair doesn't get overly rinsed and the natural oils don't leave my scalp, because I noticed that when I leave my hair after a few days and it's coming up to my wash day, my hair actually flourishes more than when I've just washed it, and that's because my natural oils are just doing their thing, coating my hair, making it look super sleek and nice, and that's when I really enjoy my hair. So you need to find kind of that balance of it looking great and just flourishing, and also not being too dirty where it's like unhygienic, you know. If you have thin hair and you notice that your hair gets really greasy very quickly, it might be because you're over washing it and your hair is just over producing its oils because it doesn't know what to do, because you keep stripping it of it. So I'd maybe tone it down just to see how it works out, and if it doesn't work out, you can always just go back to your old ways. But yeah, it's just kind of finding the balance between the two. I think I found mine, and I'm really okay with washing it once a week. And yeah, that's just me doing me. So yeah, those are a few tips that I have on growing out hair, and some tips that I do. I hope they were useful for you guys, and do try some of them out. They've been very beneficial to me, and do let me know if you do try them. I would love to see how you get on with some of the tips. I'll definitely film more hair videos because I feel like a lot of you enjoy it, and I also like to talk about my hair. It's not something I really talk about, but I get quite a lot of questions on it, so I'll definitely get more into my hair. Thank you again for watching this week's video. I'll see you guys again next week, and I hope you all stay safe during these times. Bye.